So that was the first event that I had participated in with this particular group, and it was so awesome. I mean, just being around fellow patriots and just in a patriotic environment and just standing in an environment of hope, just like with one another. It was pretty cool. So next, this is the second part of this vlog. This is my recent trip to the border to Del Rio, Texas. And this event is us feeding the Border Patrol, but also, having a visit to the border to see it for ourselves. Good morning. All right, so I'm finishing my packing right before I leave, and I found the most perfect backpack in my closet to carry just some light things around my stuff. And look, gosh, why does this one have to be broken? So I've got to get very middle school here and fasten this because I really want to take this backpack. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to have to stop somewhere like a Target and just get another backpack, which I don't want to do. Because I really like this backpack. It's the perfect size. It looks cool. Look at that. It looks like black armor, and freaking strap is broken. Gosh darn it. So I'm just gonna get very middle school here, very Avril Lavigne, very early 2000s, and just safety pin this bad boy up. How about that? How about them apples? All right, here is the OOTD. Is that how you do this stuff? Is that how you do vlogs? I don't know how to vlog. I guess I'll learn as I go. Got a surprise in the back. Whoa. See it? Saw it? If you didn't, too bad. I've got to go buy some makeup removers, face wipes. What else? I felt like I had some other things that I needed to go buy. What am I forgetting? Maybe some snacks, some water. I brought some pepperonis, some cheese sticks. What else am I missing? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something else. Shampoo and conditioner. I better write this stuff down. I better go. Bye. So we get to the ranch, we unpack, unwind for a little bit, and then sunset comes and it's time to visit the border. Now, it was very heavily policed. There was lots of Border Patrol, DHS there at the border. So, we were there amongst the law enforcement and policing. And this was truly the time where at this part of town where most crossings happen. So if we were going to catch anything, this was the time to go and see it. So we made our way to the border. So as you can see in the background, that was the line of law enforcement, Border Patrol, DHS, just lined up at the border. And almost a little bit after we got there, there was already the first crossing. That was a couple that crossed over. And what happens is they come over with, old clothes or clothes that they're fine with disposing. And they usually come with a duffel bag with one outfit, and then they change into their outfit right there and then they get sent to processing.
The Border Network News, and we've just been encountering small groups today. This is actually the third encounter about 4 to 4.5 feet deep, right?
Yeah.
Like waist high, but sometimes waist high up to 4.5 feet. What you guys see right across right here?
Yeah.
It's like a little island. So there's this island, and then on the other side,
Yeah.
it's just like this small little distance. So during the day or before sundown completely,
Yeah.
they stage themselves in here.
Oh,
And then they're just scouting on this side, trying to see if there's active border patrol over there or if they're on this property. Based on that, they'll walk right across, right through here, and then they make their way up. Out here, our best uh, our best guide is the noise from the dogs. When the dogs are barking, that means people are going through or walking.
Huge time shout out to Anthony Aguero. That is Border Network News. This dude is always at the border covering this day by day. He goes places with his team that no media outlet will even touch. And they cover really specific cases in regards to border, the mass immigration influx, everything of that nature. So he has really crazy stories that just happen on scene. So huge time shout out. That's the person in the background who you hear. I'm going to link their channel in the description below. Please go give them a follow, support them. Great work out there.
So let's turn the light now.
So.
See that island right there?
Yeah.
It ends right there. You can see where it ends. And then the other side is here. See, right now the water's super low.
Shallow.
Earlier it was all the way up here, right here. I couldn't even stand here. So what happens is they're actually controlling the International Water Boundary Commission is the one that controls the water dams. So it's almost looking intentional at the fact that they're doing this.
Oh.
I'm hearing the same thing in Laredo too. Is that?
Yeah, look at how low it is. Like this is probably look at how low that shit is.
Yeah, you can literally
That's
walk.
Like
That's like ankles. Look. This is long right here.
Yeah. Oh, snap. Flash your light over here?
That's cool.
Oh, shit.
Oh my goodness.
You know, even leave their shoes.
Shoes? I'm doing?
They come in cheap shoes and then they switch out into their Nikes.
I'm gonna go there.
So that light that you see across, that's actually the Mexican side. So that's the Mexican National Guard. And there was a report filed, I believe a day before or just hours before. And I guess they were warranted to patrol the area, although you'll see pretty soon that none of that did anything. Mexican National Guard.
Yeah, I can see them. I can see some shadows. You hear them in the water? That's a lot of them too.
There they are. Right behind that bush.
Jim, get the hell out.
Oh,
There's a baby.
Right there? Look.
Here, hold the flashlight. acá, vete para acá.
Drop my phone. Sorry. Hold on to that baby.
Sígale, sígale, solo, hasta la corriente, sígale. Acá con los oficiales. Acá con los oficiales, vénganse. Sígale, sígale, si puede, sígale, hasta acá, hasta acá, hasta acá, sígale hasta allá, hasta acá, sígale. Ayúdame.
Oh, he's white. He's white, dude. He's really good.
Llegamos hasta una parte por allá donde estaba muy hondo el agua, me tapó todo.
¿A poco sí estaba muy hondo?
Sí. Yo pasé del primero.
Ajá.
Sí, yo me estaba...
Y lo que estaba muy hondo se regresó. Les deseo lo mejor en su pasaje y vayan a ¿qué? Gracias. Yo te bendiga.
All right, so we just witnessed a whole group come over from Mexico, and they're right over there, and I just kept the footage. They said that they're all from Venezuela, and there was a mother with a child that just crossed over the river. There was a man who he looked like he was like borderline about to pass out, like he was about like gray to white. So it's a very treacherous journey over here. The mom is changing the kid right now because they're shivering. It was super cold. But they all came from Venezuela, ironically, to escape socialism. So with Border Network News, Anthony was talking to them and actually telling them, what our situation is possibly facing here in the United States with socialism. So, it's a mixed case by case matter, but seeing it for yourself, truly don't realize a treacherous journey, but they actually go through a really treacherous journey. So right now, Anthony is going live and he's getting in an argument with his followers because, a lot of misconceptions is that, there's going to be a lot of handouts and all these. Here's the thing, it's a trade off. These people, regardless, the borders are open and they're going to come regardless. Either, the argument is that that he's educating them, that there is socialism creeping up in this country. So if these people are possibly going to stay here, it's a trade-off. Would you rather educate them and tell them about what's creeping up in our country, or educate them on the parallels of what they're escaping from Venezuela coming to the United States? And so if they're here to stay and there's nothing we can do about it, because the reality is that nobody's going to really be able to communicate all of them. They're not all going to get deported. They're here. So what's the trade-off? Is it to educate them, tell them what is parallel to socialism, or is it to completely turn our nose? That's the idea out there. It's the reality. It's not even a la land. This is just the reality. They're here to stay. They're mixed in with the society. So are we going to educate them on what it is that they're crossing into, what they're escaping, or is it that we educate them and they vote the right way if they're going to be given voting rights?
Tuve que oír, o sea, no pude más. $10 lo que era.
Wow. ¿Y usted, caballero?
Ingeniero en electrónica.
¿Usted también era engineer?
Sí.
This guy was an engineer, guys.
Trabajando en PDVSA, me fui especializando en automatización y control de procesos en la industria petrolera.
So something that Anthony was doing was he was asking for the professions of these crossers, like what, especially from Venezuela, because, if in a nutshell, if you don't know what's going on in Venezuela, it is a horrible situation of socialism that has overtaken their country. And so, it is so horrible that really educated people, they have to flee. And in this case, he was asking them for what their profession was back in Venezuela. One was a professor of mathematics, another one was an electrical engineer, and the other one was a student of engineering. And he was about 1 year away from finishing college. But that's how bad that socialism got in Venezuela, that they just had to flee. So it just kind of inputs some perspective about how bad their situation is. And there's cases like this that are legitimate, like asylum seeking cases. Not all of them, but it's like cases like this. We actually came across a batch of people who had some pretty solid cases, should this be true, that they were fleeing from Venezuela. So that was the purpose of asking them for their profession, was to see, how bad kind of put a metric on how bad the situation in Venezuela was. And these were some pretty high level professionals. And you'll see as we come across more footage, that was the situation throughout the night.
Guys, runs for about $10 over there. Yes, $10 for a carton of eggs. Wow.
And he just got through saying that the lights get shut off in Venezuela whenever the government wants the lights to shut off. So here, Anthony is asking the migrant crossers what Venezuela thinks of Biden. And the migrant, he replies back that majority people are content with Biden. And then Anthony then asks him, well, what if I told you that the Biden administration favored socialistic type of policies or things that were parallel to socialism? So all in a bit of irony, Anthony then asked him what he would say to Americans in which were romanticizing or flirting with the idea of socialism.
Espero que los Estados Unidos nunca llegue a ser como Venezuela o Cuba.
Por eso necesitamos que ustedes hablen de sus problemas que sufren allá, del socialismo, y hablen abiertamente
de todo corazón.
So Anthony goes through these sort of cycles where he'll educate them about what is going to happen here in the United States should these policies intensify and actually materialize. And he's also asking these migrants to please speak outwardly about the effects of socialism, what they have
Here
been
from the
through.
military that kidnapped them. ¿A ustedes lo hicieron cerrar su negocio?
Sí, señor.
¿Le trataron de robar dinero?
Sí, señor.
¿O ponerle una cuota?
Me robaron maquinarias, me robaron... Los tatuajes me lo hice para tapar las heridas.
Sí, 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 sí.
Esto simplemente dice carpe diem, vivir el hoy.
Sí,
¿no?
pero esto del cuello fue el cartel.
No, eso fue
régimen?
el régimen de Maduro y
Maduro's
Chávez.
regiment did this to this guy. They tried to be taxing this man from his business. And so this guy is actually fleeing from a pretty bad situation, guys. Gracias por hablar.
Guys, what you're hearing are babies crossing. Right now, there's another group coming over. See that?
Oh, we got a big group. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
Amigo, disculpa, ¿no tendrás un poquito de lugar para eso? Sí, sí, dale.
Venga, señora, tenga, tómese el agua.
Andrea,
Wait, follow me.
Yeah, that was quite an experience to just see that, like just see people crossing in masses like that, and babies, kids, like families. It was eye-opening.
Like a lot of work, dog. So. Háganme un favor, todos hacia la barra, por favor. Hacia la barra.
So since you speak English for an American audience, can you explain to them what living in a socialist country is like? Because right now we have some Americans that want to implement socialism in the United States.
No,
What do you
no.
tell them?
They're going to kill your country, you know. Just like earning $3 a month without electricity, water, food. Man, it's just a mess. It's impossible. It's impossible to.
It's impossible to
Yeah.
survive, right?
Yeah.
And what are some of the prices?
You have to work just for a month to buy, I don't know, milk, cheese.
You have to work a whole month just
Yeah.
to buy a carton of eggs or milk.
$3 a month.
Wow. So, what is your occupation, or what did you do over there? You speak very good English.
Yeah,
too,
thank
by
you.
the way, brother.
Civil engineer.
You're a civil engineer.
Yeah, in Venezuela, but my title, we can work in Venezuela.
Even with your title, you have no job basically. Even with an
we
education.
can do anything. We have to integrate Peru, Chile, United States, Mexico to live, you know, and to grow. It's impossible in Venezuela. Impossible.
Do you have any questions?
What are you hoping to
You have to know what? We are hoping to grow. We are hoping to have a future, and we know that the United States it's a good country for us to good opportunity for us.
Okay,
for,
so
for our family.
one of my main purposes for being out here and trying to talk, I speak very good Spanish as well. I'm a generation American, but I also understand that the Democrat Party here in this country is trying to implement socialism into this country. So me welcoming you guys or receiving you guys here, I want to try to educate you guys into what you guys are walking into right now.
Yeah.
Because right now, President Biden and his administration are trying to implement socialism into this country. And I know a lot of the people in your country currently think that he's a good person,
Okay.
but he's actually destroying our country. And this is, I wish the best for you guys, and I
Thank
wish
you, man.
the
Thank
most success, and I hope you guys reach your goal and reach your dreams. And I hope you guys get that opportunity here. But at the same time, I wish for you guys not to side with the Democrat Party, because the Democrat Party is what's destroying this
I'm a
country.
big supporter of Trump, you know. So
Oh,
it's
all right, cool, man. All right, hey, God bless you, bro. And don't
Thank you,
be
man.
voting Democrat, all right?
no, I'm speaking for all people right here. We are very grateful because
Okay.
to receive us, and this was just like, I don't know, man. It was crazy. We're
I'm
just
sure.
trying for our country, like, I don't know, 12 or 13 of June,
Uh-huh.
traveling, going to Venezuela, then to Bogota, then to Mexico City, then to Monterrey, and here in a bus. It's just crazy. You know,
Hey,
just to
man.
get to the United States.
God bless you, brother. I
Thank
wish
you,
the
man.
best for you. and
Spread the
and-
message
and-
though.
yeah.
Don't just keep it to
Don't
yourself.
keep it to yourself. Spread the message and let people know that what's happening currently in America. We need you guys to
Thank you.
help us and not help the Democrat Party destroy this country, because what you guys are fleeing from over there, the Democrat Party here is trying to bring it here. What you're running from Venezuela, they're trying to bring that here.
We are going to destroy that in the United States.
Amen.
We don't want socialism in the United
Amen.
States.
God
Okay.
bless you, bro. Thank you so much for talking
You
to
too,
me.
man.
Thank you.
Thank
You see where I say that there's a trade-off, right? I mean, this is a really difficult situation here where, you know, you do have these rightfully seeking asylum seekers who have a legitimate reason to flee their government. You know, Venezuelans who are fleeing absolute socialistic tyranny where their lights are shut off, it's super hot, they can't eat, they can't buy groceries. He said it takes about a month to buy cheese or something basic like meat. I mean, it's hell. And, you know, for these types of things, like, you know, these are legitimate cases. And then when you get these type of, you know, migrants who actually understand socialism and who wouldn't want that to be the same way in the United States, I can see the realistic point that Anthony makes, in which he tries to engage these people rather than completely tearing them apart. Because what's the reality? You know, you're mean to them, and then they remember that, and they're like, you know, maybe out of spite or vengeance, they go and actually vote the other way just because of that. I mean, I don't know. It's a hard situation. It really is. It's a trade-off for sure. It's like, do you engage these people? Do you educate them? Do you let them know, like, look, this is what's going on in the United States, and this is what can happen should you allow these sort of policies or parties infiltrate and dominate the country? So I could definitely see the point with what he does and how he engages with these people. And the reason why I say that is because this has been allowed to be so far gone already. And as I mentioned before, these migrants are already in the United States. And what is the reality? Realistically, what is the reality of all of them being deported? You know, we don't know that. They definitely could. And if they are, then, you know, there goes the solution, a solution. But if they are not, and these radical politicians, you know, pass legislation to allow them to vote, that is the hard question for us. It is a ethical It is a hard question, but it is a realistic question for us. What are we going to do? Are we going to completely just tear these people apart, you know, or do we educate them? Do we educate them on the truth, on the reality, what has transpired, who are the players responsible? You know, do we do that? And can they possibly leverage their experience to better the United States? That is a very ethical, realistic question. I'm just saying, but these are the trade-offs that are on the table. It's either you educate them or you tear them apart and push them away, and they possibly run to a party that is already trying to use smoke and mirrors to attract them. That's a hard question, but it is our question. So after that last group was sent off for processing, called it a night, and next day was Feed the Border Patrol Day.
Is it still true that you guys are not doing any kind of DNA testing with the children, the minors that are coming in with the adults?
If there's a question of if it's actually the parent, we'll do DNA testing. They don't do it for all of them. Agents are pretty good at sorting out if there's something wrong. Like
right.
A lot of times they're related. Sometimes it's a grandma, it's an aunt, it might be a sister. We see a lot of that. But that doesn't count. It has to be a parent or a legal guardian. They have to have a paperwork for that. So if we just dealt with this in my station the other night. We had a grandma come in, and she said these like 5 and 7 year old her kids, and we're like, I don't know about that. She was like, I don't know. She was claiming they were her kids, but she didn't know some of the information about them. But then eventually she fessed up. We're like, no, these are my grandkids. My daughter is in somewhere in the U.S. So those kids are going to get separated from grandma. But then the kids are going to go into HHS custody, and then they'll end up, they're going to end up with their mom. HHS will get them to them, but we can't let them just walk out of the station with grandma.
Okay, so we're here at Rudy's, and we're meeting up some volunteers. They're picking up food. We're going to go pass this out to Border Patrol, buying them lunch, and just basically telling them that we appreciate them. So, here we go. So tell me what you're doing here today with the volunteership, the Border Patrol. Why is it important to you? What got you into the cause, and why does it call to your heart?
So I'm born in El Paso, Texas. So as you know, I know a lot about border walls and safety and family and everything.
Right.
So I have a passion for that. I now live in Euless, Texas, outside of DFW.
Okay.
So my good friend Sheena Rodriguez, she's done a lot with the Latinos for America First.
Yeah.
When she let me know the need, there was an urgency that God put on my heart and said, go, move. You need to go down there now. And not only to be praying for the nation, but also to be action.
That's right.
So I think that's the crucial element that on top of lobbying, we also have to let the Border Patrol agents know that we back them.
Right.
We're not backing down. We're a sovereign nation.
That's right.
We will not bow to this agenda.
Right.
We will not allow for there to be an invasion or all-out cartel war on our land. So we're adamant. We're taking a stand.
Right.
There's men and women, a lot of women
Right.
that are warriors for this nation,
Absolutely.
and that's why we're here.
Absolutely. So seeing the situation right now with the migrant crisis, seeing the children and the families, sort of like a mixed feeling, yeah? Like how do you, what is that sentiment for you?
Absolutely. Of course, there's the compassion element.
Yeah.
But I think that we can't get so overridden with compassion that we forget policy.
Right.
And bad policy is what's creating the pain, the suffering, the human trafficking, the high fentanyl, cocaine, everything incidents, which is going to affect our communities. So we're a land of law and order.
That's right.
We have a process. And so while there are very valid asylum situations, then we look at that, we allow that in, but we have to have a constriction. It
Right.
cannot be just a floodgate and then amnesty, because what happens when that happens is you're thwarting the will of the citizens and the American people. And that's why there's the name Latinos for America.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for what you're doing, and please be safe out there. And thank you so much. Dan, where can people find you if you're on anywhere?
So I am on, all the social media, but Rosalie Marie Escobedo.
Okay.
And I'm also a precinct chair in 3216, the Texas election judge, voter, delegate to national convention. So,
Ding! Thank you so much. Thank you. So then we all went our separate ways and went to go feed the Border Patrol at different locations. Mission accomplished. Whew. And by the way, that's not the last time we will be feeding Border Patrol. So if you're interested in helping out and contributing towards a meal for a patrol agent, you can go to LatinoTrumpCoalition.org. I will list it in my description below. Please consider maybe sponsoring a meal or two, so that way we can make this possible again soon. So the next day, it was simply time to go home. Hi, cows.
Well, you guys, thanks for tuning in today and watching this mini documentary. Thank you to Natly Denise for putting it together and featuring our trip to the border and things that we do. Please do go to LatinoTrumpCoalition.org, donate, or send us a message, get involved. We definitely are all over the place. We will be heading down to McAllen, or not McAllen, but Edinburgh, Texas, and organizing there to just greet President Trump. And anyhow, good things coming. We got a lot of stuff going. We are a proud sponsor at CPAC Dallas. So guys, can't wait to see you guys there. We will see you July 9th through 11th. Also, big shout out. We are part of the Red, White, and Blue bus tour. We're kicking off at Sturgis in South Dakota. I will be a guest speaker there. So Thank you guys. Share this video. Natly Denise, big shout out to her. Thank you so much. She's one of our influencers. She's on our board. She's part of our family now. We love her. She's so talented. I'm so proud of her. And so anyhow, guys, we got lots of things coming. Got the border next week. Stay tuned. Anthony's going to be in Del Rio again, shooting again what's going on at the border. And then we're off to South Dakota, Sturgis, Red, White, and Blue bus tour. And so One Loud Voice, go check them out. We thank you, Felissa. Big shout out to Felissa, my dear friend, who's putting this whole thing together out in South Dakota. Can't wait to see you, my friend. And then we come back and we will be at CPAC Dallas. And then after that, we're going to, I believe it's Anaheim, California, possibly. And then after that, it's Eagle Pass, Texas. We will be doing a event there with Legsit and our friends Raul Reyes and Frank out in Del Rio. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great evening and a great, great weekend. Oh, tomorrow, 80s. Stay tuned. We'll be posting pictures. We sponsored a table over at a 80s kind of tribute. It's for a good cause, and money is collected, goes to scholarships for kids. So anyway, stay tuned because some of us Latinos for America First will be dressing up in 80s. So anyway, guys, good night. Thank you so much. Have a great, great, blessed weekend. Peace out.